you guys have probably heard that women make rules for men that they deem to be beta, and they'll break them for men that they deem to be alpha. Now, there's a lot of debate out there about, oh, alpha, sigma, beta, be this, be that. And it's like, these are placeholder terms. Okay. I mean, I feel like sometimes I shouldn't have to explain this, but I'm going to explain it because people always get all bent out of shape. It's a placeholder term. Beta, less desirable, weaker. Society doesn't, look fondly upon, doesn't relish, sort of stuff. Alpha, strong, virtuous, masculine. Women want to be with them. Men want to be them, sort of thing. If they're not them, they get pissed off, and sometimes they go down the doom pill path. But at the end of the day, the debate is irrelevant. There are men that women deem to be alpha, and there's men that women deem to be beta. So since they're the sexual selectors, let's defer to them for point and case in this bit that I want to cover. Now, so there's cute little good girl librarians that will make you wait patiently 3 months for basic missionary when you were 20. But she'll end up in bed with Chad 15 minutes after meeting him at the foam cannon party in Ibiza on her 23rd birthday with her girlfriends, right? Now, you can be certain that she'll do everything that she said she wouldn't do with you with him, right? Never forget that women will break rules for alphas and make them for betas. So when a woman says something like, I don't do that, in your head, if she's saying I don't do that, she's basically moving you more towards the beta category. And you need to add in your head with me. So if you say something to her like, I want to do this in the bedroom, or I want to introduce this in the bedroom, let's do that. The intimacy level stuff, let's just deal with that more specifically. And she says, I don't do that. Then in your head, you have to insert with me. Okay. Because she will go through those sexual gymnastics with the Chad. They'll always break rules for an alpha and make them for beta. It's always been that way. Let me tell you the story about the Amazonia. And I think this is covered in a little more detail in a couple of pages of the book, but rather than reading, I'll just tell it to you. So I had this date with this chick that showed up, and my height cap is, I don't know, I'm going to say 5'9"-ish or so, like anything more than 5'10", it's like, I don't want a Sasquatch, right? I like, buck 30, buck 35 pounds. You want a bit of a spinner, you can pick them up. And, anyway, she shows up, she's about 6 foot tall. She never said that was her height. Of course, it's a dating app, so the pictures are old. It's the right angle, the different angles, and all you saw was boobies, and you're like, okay, let's grab a drink. But this chick shows up, and she's about 6 foot tall. She's probably about 25 pounds heavier than what her pictures looked, and older, of course, because the pictures are from 5 years ago. But she's still really, really cute. So she's still solid enough to, like, I'm there. Let's just grab this drink and get the hell out of here. This was an interesting one, though. I actually enjoyed this conversation. And this is just one part of the conversation that was functional. So don't always dismiss somebody that shows up, not with your expectations. Sometimes you can still get something out of the conversation. Anyway, so this is where I got the women will make rules for betas and break them for alphas. And they'll flip back and forth sometimes depending on how you pass the shit test. And she said to me, within a few moments of sitting down, that she had this like 8-date rule. She won't sleep with anybody unless it's 8 dates. I'm like, okay, here we go. Here we go. Already she's trying to negotiate desire and when things are going to happen, and Captain Bossy Pants, all because she had some bad experiences in the past, right? So you're sitting there listening to her lecture you about how she's going to make you wait 8 dates, like as if I care. I mean, I wasn't even particularly interested in her at this point, but I'm like, look, I don't negotiate when these things happen, and I don't follow these silly rules. It gets in the way of intimacy. Give her a few more sound bites of this and that, basically told her to pound sand, and she takes a swig of her drink, and she had her boobs in this low-cut top with a big push-up kit going on. I'm not sure what was going on with the push-up kit, but it was pretty solid, but there was a big huff there. She takes a sip, and she says, all right, let's go bang in the bathroom, and then gestures over to the washroom in the bar. Now, I don't normally turn away aggressive advances like this, but this is one of the few times in my life that I did. And I just laughed. I just thought to myself, 2-3 minutes ago, you're lecturing and setting limits around when intimacy is going to happen based on your schedule, based on your experiences, because this is the way that you want to do things. And what she's essentially doing is she's shit testing me. She's trying to find out what this guy's all about. Because women will do this, right? Like they'll always competency test. I'm going to try to avoid swearing as much as possible because it is, the YouTubes. So she's going to competency test you. Is this guy beta? Is this guy alpha? I'm not sure. He looks like he's losing his hair. Maybe he's a bit of a dork. I'm not sure if I dig his vibe. Let me shit test him. So she throws these lyrics at me and I knock him out of the park. And then she wants to go and use the bathroom as her own private brothel. So it can flip very, very quickly. In this case, it happened within a matter of like 20 minutes, right? These are the kinds of things that women do. And you have to understand that if you want to have her best, if you want to have a good experience around women, you of course want to operate in an alpha frame. There's alpha frame, there's beta frame, and there's some stuff kind of in between, Some people will go in segment, omega, and they'll make up all these other new categories. Let's just keep it simple, okay? Alpha seed, beta need. Anyway, guys that operate in a beta frame will get cheated on far, far more than alpha males. They get left, they get divorced more often. This is just what ends up happening, right? She doesn't view the guy as his best. It's just a horrible, horrible way to be in a relationship. You see these guys, I bet right now there's somebody here watching. It's like, I don't want to run into Bob or Bill or Matt at Thanksgiving or over the holidays because I don't have to deal with his crap and his misery with his miserable relationship. You know what I'm talking about. You do not want to be converted into a beta.